Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Vussy Magz in the building. It's your boy Vussy Magz, you feel me? Today I'm gonna show you how to analyze US30 for the next couple of trading days and next week, right? So the structures that I'm gonna show you in this video are basically how the US30 is gonna be moving in the next couple of days. All those secrets that you wanna know. This isn't a forever thing, you feel me? Just for the current trading day, trading week, and probably the next trading week. Everything you need to know about how to trade the US30 from now until the end of that period is gonna be in this video, you feel me? So go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe to the boy. Come on, I see the love that you guys are showing to the other video, man, and I appreciate that a lot, which is why I'm gonna keep the content coming, you feel me? I have so much to offer to y'all, you feel me? So before we get into the US30 thing, you feel me, if you a VIP member, then you're getting this video a night earlier than everyone is gonna get access to this video. And if you're a subscriber, you feel me, we're still family. Even if you feel me, you're just a subscriber, we're still family. Hence why this video popped up on your timeline, you feel me? So like I said, let's go ahead and analyze the US30 right now, man. Let's get it. Alright, fam, so before we start with the lesson for the day, which is how to analyze the US30, one thing you need to understand when it comes to analyzing any chart, any form of instrument, or any commodity, metals, all those other things, the only thing that you need to prioritize on is the structure over the time frame, right? So I see a lot of you guys like to ask me yo, which time frame should I use to analyze and stuff, and that shouldn't even really be a thing, because your priorities should be finding the structure first. All right, once you find the structure, then you can decide where to look for entries, you feel me? So that's gonna be I think I'm gonna do a whole video on that, which is gonna be probably the next video that I'm gonna drop after this one, you get me? So for now, let's check out the US30, you feel me? So here we have the US30, which is otherwise known as the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index, right? So if you also watch the video that I made about the fundamentals, right, how to trade fundamentals with the CNBC app and all these things, and I just want to show you that all these things are available, their fundamentals are easily accessible without even you having to hassle about it. Because for me, even if I just go on my stocks app, right, just like I'm about to show you, I'm just gonna stop sharing for a little bit. You see the stocks app on my phone, right? There's a Dow J there. I'm sure you guys can see. There's a Dow J there. So basically, even if I just go to this app on the stocks. I don't know if you guys have iPhones, and the ones who don't, you can just use the CNBC app, like I told you guys. And even if you search the Dow Jones, you still find it here and stuff like that. So all these fundamentals for these things are easily accessible, no matter which platforms you're using, is what I'm trying to say. You just have to be resourceful within whatever means that you have. Anything you have access to can lead you into another source of information, which is gonna make it easier for you to trade this thing, you get me? So alright, cool, let's stop doing the chit chat and let's get straight to the business. We're gonna look at the daily time frame. I'm not even gonna use a full screen. I don't even know how to analyze this thing. I don't know how to analyze using the you see, if I put it on full screen, right, that whole tool disappears for how to analyze and stuff like that. And I don't really care if you guys can troll me. If you can troll me on the comment section, don't kill me, but I don't get paid for knowing all these things, how everything works and stuff. We only get paid because we trade the right structures, you feel me? So let's check this out. We have this structure on the daily time frame. I'm trying to find a trend line, right? It's been quite a steep trend, it's been quite a steep uptrend from this point going up to here, you feel me? So if it was to draw a trend line, please don't be purple. Damn, it's purple, but I bet. Cool. So if you were to draw a trend line from there to there, it actually is a nice trend line. Wow. Alright, so we're just gonna freestyle this analysis, right? We're just gonna weigh out our different options and how to trade this thing. So check. We made contact here once, twice. Let me just zoom in so we can easily see what's going on. And I'll put myself to the left. You feel me? So, yeah. So our trend line starts from 2020 March. Is it March 2020? Damn. Yeah, it's from last year, 2020 on the March 24th. So we have this trend line. If we draw a trend line from there, we join it with this low. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a lot of touches there. So it will kind of tell us that this is the right kind of trend line to follow. You understand? And the only reason I'm even doing this video was because I was having a discussion with some of the VIP members, and like we're talking about how what are we expecting from the US30. So from this analysis, because I figured this analysis is going to be like dense, there's going to be like a lot of things I'm looking at with this one. So this is why I even made this like video to go in detail about everything. All right, so now that we know that, we need to find structures, fam. We need to find structures. And so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna switch the time frame to the H4 time frame, and then I'm gonna pay close attention to what happens every time the market makes contact with the trend line. You understand? So I wanna start at the back, because the more evidence I have of the market repeating the same kind of cycles, then the more ready I am when I see the market go to those areas. You get me? So in this case, we're gonna see a lot of semi-trends within this uptrend and stuff. And just before I proceed, I wanna look at if we can draw a trend line at the top. Use a trend line like this, we join it there. Because remember, every time you draw a trend line, it's not gonna be perfect at the same time. You see, this one was fine until it got there, and then the market retested. It broke out. Obviously, the price was testing this zone 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it broke out, retest 5, and then it bounced back up. So we can say this is kind of a strong level. But if we look at where the price is at now, if we look at where the price is at now, it's not really. This trend line doesn't really mean much to us right now. You feel me? It doesn't really mean much to us. So we have to check if we can move this thing. Probably if we can put it there. Even if we put it there though, it's still cutting through our trend line. I'm just showing you guys the full process of how to get your trend lines correctly. You feel me? But if now we put it like this, it kind of makes a bit more sense. You get me? Because now, if we just go to the full screen, you can see now that this line that we have here, we made contact 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we can kind of like rely on this overall theme that we're getting here. Alright, so cool. Now you see what's going on. The price is bouncing between the top trend line and the bottom trend line. That's just the overall trend of what's going on here. But if I draw my trend line and just move it a little bit further to the right, you see that the more we move to the right, the narrower it gets. You feel me? So there has to be a breakout somewhere, either to the top or to the bottom, right? So now we're gonna go to that 240 chart, the H4 chart that we're talking about, to see like what can we find in this chart now. What can we see in this chart, right? So in this chart, mainly what I'm going to be looking for is things like flag patterns. I'm going to be looking for these other types of formations. You get me? So when I'm talking about these type of formations, I'm talking about things like, you see, things like these types of patterns where a breakout usually occurs. This is what we're looking for. You see, I'm just applying the same kind of principles I use when I'm applying the major trend line. So It's nothing different. It's just the same thing. I'm looking for touches 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if I stretch it out, you will see what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, right? And 1, 2, 3 to the downside, and then it breaks out and then it pushes, right? When it pushes, you'll continue to see the same kind of setups going on there. You see? And this is gonna be a long video, but this is the strategy, guys. You get me? This is the strategy. You see, you'll get another form of pattern like this. It will bounce in between, and I'm sure if you go into the H1, this one is going to be more clear in the H1 time frame. Now that we're here, you see what I was telling you on the H4 time frame. On the H4 time frame, this structure was very clear, right? It was very clear, but now this one wasn't. But now when we go into the 60 minutes, it's a very clear strategy. It's like structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You get me? So now we're gonna go back to the H4 because I wanna skim through this chart. Like, you feel me? I don't wanna take too much time skimming through this chart. I just wanna show you the flags that you'll get with this thing as you go with it. You see? So it'll break out, then it'll reach a phase where it's consolidating again. You get me? It's consolidating again, and then you just have to find that pattern structure. Go to the smaller time frames. It's gonna be perfect, even if it's like this. But when you go to the smaller time frames, that's way now. This thing is gonna be very clear to trade. And sometimes, because you used to, maybe because of the past 3 trades that you took, you were used to seeing the same kind of pattern in the same kind of size, and then it's gonna flip the script on you like this and then create this pattern there, right? Create that pattern there, just like this. Right, so I'm looking at the candlestick wick touches 1, 2, 3 breakout, right? Here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These candlesticks are touching, so it's kind of acting as a dynamic resistance. Dynamic support here. And when I say dynamic support, I'm talking about a support that isn't on the same level. You see, a support that's not on the same level. Like if we were to draw a rectangle like this would be your support, right? If we put this rectangle here, this would be your support. But now, because it's a trend line, meaning it's moving higher and higher slightly, so it's adapting to the formation of the setup, kinda, so to speak. You get me? So you have this one now. You see how small this reversals were, or this retracements were, and then when it got here, you see how massive this one is. You would have to risk, you would risk a lot of trades than you would there, because there is pretty clear. But now here's gonna show you a lot of false move and stuff, which is why I always say look for a structure. You feel me? Find a structure. So now we're here, fam. We're here. Obviously we got this breakout, went to the top trend line. After the top trend line, perfect trade. Went to the bottom trend line, went halfway, came back, made contact again, then it's just been moving up. So now we need to find out what is going on, my brother. What's going on with this chart? You understand me? So to do that now, right now we're in the end games. This is the final chapters now. Feel me? We have this trend. You get me? I'm just gonna change the colors of these into maybe black. Yeah, so you can see the reversals are in purple sharp. So now we have this trend line here. We made contact here how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember this thing of me telling y'all, this thing I keep emphasizing when I'm saying how many times the trend line is touching and stuff like that. I'm not just saying all these things for fun and stuff. I'm saying it because the more a trend line makes contact with the candlestick, or the more the candlestick make contact with the same trend line, the stronger that level is, versus if you just draw a trend line that makes contact with the charts, with the candlesticks, maybe 2 times over another one that makes contact with the same structure 5 times, which one are you gonna like trust? Which one is gonna be more reliable to you? Obviously, it's gonna be the one that makes more contact. You feel me? So let's go back to the chart. All right, bet. So now we have our trend line there for the structure. You feel me? We need to find another type of movement. And that movement, ladies and gentlemen, you can find it even if you just draw your stuff from day to day like this. You get me? There's no perfect way of drawing this trend line. Even if you just draw it like this, but it's kind of like the same thing now, like this. Yeah. So now I'm gonna just flip the script, change the color to purple. I hope I can find the same shade. No, I can't, and I'm definitely not colorblind, so it's gonna bother me until I find that exact color, which I won't be able to find. But this is life, you feel me? So alright, cool. Now that we have this structure, do you understand what's going on now? Since the market is approaching this zone, it's either we can reject and then we're gonna push up, right? If we reject and then I'm looking for an arrow, we can reject there and then maybe push there. And then how do you draw these arrows, guys? Can't see what's going on. I told you, me, I'm not good with this platform stuff. I'm only good with the money making part. You feel me? So I don't know. Maybe we can push from here. Yeah, let's do it like this. Maybe the price can push from there, and then as it pushes from there, then it has to make contact somewhere here. You get me? This as much as we're looking at this trend, the major one, when you say the price bounces from there and it goes to the top trend line, bounces, goes to the bottom, it's the same structure. It's the same structure that's going on here now. When you look at it from this perspective, it's the same kind of thing. Because we have this top trend line and the bottom one. When it goes from, starting from here, if it goes from here, it goes to the top, and then eventually it has to come down, go back up, come down. So I'm just hoping we're still in an uptrend over the long run, because if we break now here, then we're gonna sell until we make our way to the trend line here. You feel me? That's the thing. If we break this structure, then we're gonna go to 16 minutes time frame. On the 16 minutes time frame now, which is the 1 hour. You feel me? 1 hour chart. If we can break the structure, then you know where we're heading. We're heading to this zone, which is 34331 area. That's where we're going, which is also a support here. It's also a zone here, so that's another zone you might have to watch out for. I'm just gonna clone this bad boy, and then we're gonna put him here, just so you can see what I'm talking about. You get me? Somewhere there, right? And at the same time, if we fail now to close below here, then we're gonna be looking to buy, right? For more about this source, right? More on this source is gonna be like, if you want more source on this strategy, is what I'm saying. If you want more source on this strategy, you're gonna have to be on the VIP, ladies and gentlemen. Because what I gave you here, I already gave you like the keys to the game. You feel me? You're already like more than 50% in. You already have an edge because you basically understand what's going on. And I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you, no, you know those traders that draw arrow, a big ass arrow, and say the price is gonna go there, retest there, and what. I'm not the type of trader. I basically let the market show me something first, and then I follow what the markets are showing me. And now, when the time of this video is, as you can see, it's 12 o'clock 0000. So shout out to you and shout out to me. But I'm basically saying, because it's US30, it's an index, it's closed right now. So I'm gonna wait for it to open. Then during Thursday, for all the subscribers, you're gonna see this video on Thursday. Just verify the structure real quick and look at what's going on. You let me know in the comment section if it did what it's supposed to do, or if it ain't done what it's supposed to do. You feel me? I'm not gonna dive deeper into this. I'm not gonna dive deeper into this structure, but I just wanted to share, the overall movement of this thing, which I feel like I did in this video. If there's anything you want me to dive deeper into, you can let me know in the comment section below. And I hope you subscribed, like the video, and yeah, let's run these numbers up and let's keep watching these videos and let me know. And I see you guys telling me a lot of positive feedback on my WhatsApp and stuff like that, and I appreciate that a lot. You feel me? So it's your boy Vussy Magz. Once again, I'm out. Peace out.